Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the MilkMen podcast.
There it is.
This is
Fucking
episode 49, and we're going to be talking about a few interesting topics such as movies, video games, anime, music, and more. But before we do that, I'd like to introduce our other milkmen here tonight. As always, we have Josh.
What's up, bitches?
We have Joe.
Fuck you.
We have Andy.
Hello.
And we have James here tonight as well.
Dude, suck my toes.
And I'm here, Cody, aka the Milkman himself, and we're here to give you a fresh delivery of content. How we doing, boys? How we doing?
Wish I was on
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So everyone, just as a little side note, I'd like to just say that today is my birthday. So yay, happy birthday to the Milkman! Woo!
That's why you want to show off.
Oh, damn me, jamming.
Yeah, so as always, we're gonna go around in our little fake circle here, and we're gonna say what's new with the week. So, Josh, you wanna start us off, Daddy?
Sure, Big Daddy, sure. So I mean, I haven't really watched a whole lot of new stuff, but I have played a couple of things. I started playing the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy. I enjoy it.
Same.
I like it.
It's
a lot of fun. Yeah. I only played Wrath of Cortex before, but really enjoying playing the original trilogy. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Still playing a lot of Minecraft. Dead by Daylight.
Always play Minecraft.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know. I have watched a lot of American Dad recently, and I've been watching Futurama. Futurama's pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, the newer seasons, right?
And WWE Bash in Berlin is next weekend. Excited for that.
Nice.
Honestly, that's all I really got, dude.
Oh, all right. Joe, what's new with you, baby girl?
Not a whole lot. Just been reading manga. Excited about the next chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen. It's good, great, beautiful.
Yes. I just
Love everything.
watched the all the anime episodes and then caught up.
Dude, they're so good.
Watched the new episode of Tower of God last weekend. That was good.
Oh, yes.
Never heard of it.
That's a good anime, Jay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh, damn, you guys are slacking on me this week. What's going on, man? What happened?
I'm on vacation, dog.
No, that's some dumbass excuses.
You're a dumbass excuse.
Yeah, that's what I told my mom when I told her to spit
And we
so
s-
swallow.
Yeah, we're still here, so what's that tell you?
That's fair.
Well, dumbass excuses.
What's your face? What's your name? Andy. That's it. There you go. Andy! That guy. What's new with you, my guy?
Well, I watched the movie Jackpot.
Okay, and how was that? Besides terrible.
I didn't think Jackpot was that bad. Like I said, I went to go see Borderlands as well.
Oof.
Borderlands
Terrible
absolute
movie.
trash.
Oh, yeah.
What? Jackpot was better than Borderlands.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but terrible things about Borderlands. I don't plan on watching it.
Yeah,
That's very
no, that
upsetting.
was just honestly probably the worst thing I've ever seen.
Not worth the trip.
I was but the worst thing about it is the fact that it took like all the gore of the game out, and it's all just like
Dude, there's like nothing.
comedy.
And it's not even enough to get along.
Oh, James, you saw it too?
No, I'm just saying that's what I've heard.
Okay.
There's not enough comedy. Kevin Hart
I have not heard
did that for
anything decent about this movie whatsoever.
Yeah, no, there's never been really any good news that came from this at all. Like, there's literally been
You shitting
nothing but
me?
shit news, which is
But yeah,
honestly terrible.
that's pretty much it. Did a lot of other like work wise stuff. So yeah.
All right, well, James, you want to start off with anything, my guy?
Well, I'm currently in North Carolina for training. I've been away for the last 3 weeks. First 2 weeks went great. This week started off great, and then today I failed by 1 point, so I have to come back.
You are such a failure.
One question, and it's all because I misread it. Well, I'll tell you exactly, pretty much what it said. It said, "Which of the following is not true?" I didn't read the "not" part.
You're
I just
wrong.
wrote down what was true and failed.
Wow,
So
wow.
here we are.
So
Wasting my
bad.
company's time, but it's alright because they're still paying me 70 hours this week. They can afford it,
Yep, yeah.
along with the 2,000 that it was to fucking pay for the class. It's no big deal.
That's just
You just come in my ear.
a little bit. Yeah, I did.
Oh, dude, I'm soaking wet right
Good to know.
Hell yeah.
Anything else new with you, James?
now. Nope, that is it. I drive home tomorrow, and then in 2 weeks I come back for another class.
That sounds like a whole lot of fucking fun. All right, so new with moi. Besides it being my 30th birthday. Anyway, I saw Alien Romulus this past Tuesday, and dude, let me tell you guys, that shit was fucking awesome. It
Like,
was
Hell yeah.
gay
fucking
awesome
no,
or
like it was
awesome?
awesome. Like I enjoyed the shit out of that movie.
Hell yeah.
The
Um,
shit out of you.
I wish you did. So I actually don't recall ever really wholeheartedly seeing uh Aliens the sequel, but I know I've seen or no, I never wholeheartedly seen Alien, but I know I've seen Aliens.
I've
So
never seen any of them.
well, I'm telling you right now, the first one, so good, so good. And then Aliens was still just as good, and it just had more of the sci-fi aspect to it. But the first original one had that horror, tense, like thriller type uh aspect to it, and it made fucking a name for itself. And this is kind of
Okay.
where it went back to its roots. And Fede Alvarez is the one who directed it. He also did Don't Breathe, which is the guy who is blind, and there's these other guys that are trying to rob him in his house and like trying to like maneuver around the house and everything. I don't know if you've ever seen that. But that movie was so good. And then he also did the reboot of Evil Dead. So
Okay.
and they were really good, and I just the way he made this movie, dude, it was so intense. The third act, everyone talks about, dude, that shit comes out of fucking nowhere, like nowhere, dude. It's insane. If you haven't seen it, see it. It's great. Um, I've also been playing the new Fortnite chapter, 3 season 5. I've been enjoying the shit out of it. So much so that they actually just released an Iron Spider, uh, what you call it, skin, and I bought it. It's amazing. It looks beautiful. Comes with the back bling, which is
Beautiful.
more of the spider arms, but then you get this awesome emote. It's called Spider Stroll, and then you use the arms to like traversal around, and it's so fucking awesome. It's amazing. Uh, what else? I've watched the new season of Solar Opposites. That was the whole thing. I only watched the first episode, I think. Uh, I wasn't so sure of it at first because they tried to do something different.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, they did.
I mean, it was an ends to a meet. You know what I mean? Because they go back to Earth. So I'm like, oh, okay. Now that we're getting back, I really thought they were about to stay on this planet that whole time, and I was about to be so pissed. I'm like, all right, so now I'm gonna have to resuspend my disbelief for another area that they went to. So I was so pissed off. But then I didn't watch a single trailer for the new season, so I didn't even know that they were going back to Earth. And then because they were still showing stuff from the wall and this and that, I'm like, and then I watched the trailer and I'm like, yo, this trailer's fucking sick. Like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Dude, just wait, dude. The wall comes back.
So yeah, I know that the wall does come back. So dude, oh my god, I gotta tell you a story after the fact, but like I swear to God, I thought I was in another mindset at one point when I was rewatching the show. Um, but anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna rewatch that this weekend. I'm gonna hope to enjoy the shit out of that. So we'll see how that goes. Um, and that's all the new stuff I have. But I do know that there's some trailers that came out that we can talk about. So that's what we can kind of start our topics off with. Um, Let me look up some of them actually very quick because I don't remember any of them. Um, Really quick, actually, I wanted to say this. Apparently, we're getting a Sonic 3 trailer. August 27th. I do not know the specific time. But yeah, we're going to be getting a trailer for Sonic 3 really, really soon. So that's going to be pretty cool. So I didn't get a chance to see it yet, but the new Lord of the Rings trailer, The War Over Here, that premiered today. Um,
Wait, you said what came out today? Sorry.
the new Lord of the Rings, War Over Here. It's a animated movie that came out.
Oh, I might have to look it up because Lord of the Rings is shit.
Yeah, it's an animated movie, but it's like a full feature length movie, which is actually pretty cool.
If it's similar to Clone Wars, I'm gonna be happy.
No, it's an actual like uh 2D animated style. Um, it's still pretty cool, like I said, nonetheless. Um, so do you guys know? I don't know if I'm gonna say this right.
Just say it. If you butcher it, it's fine.
No, because
Blame
I
it on
have
China.
to say it right, but I also want to make sure. Oh, Leica Studios, like the ones that make Coraline and Paranorman, Kubo and the Two Strings, such like that. They do have a new movie coming out, and they had a teaser trailer that actually came out called, which was the reveal of the title for the movie, and it's called Wildwood. I thought that was pretty cool. They also no, just Wildwood.
Dirty Jersey did? We're getting a Dirty Jersey movie?
Yeah, you wish. There's also a trailer that came out called Y2K. I think you guys would really enjoy the shit out of that.
Dude, if we got a Dirty Jersey movie, I guarantee you that movie would suck just as bad as Jersey does.
Maybe it's quite possible. But the Y2K trailer is actually a movie about the 1999 era when people thought that the world of technology was going to take over the world when the new year hit 2000. And
So
this
it's
is
like iRobot.
a what if that, but yes, with 1990s technology. So they have a movie that's going to come out with that. It's actually an A24 movie. That Y2K is called Y2K.
Isn't it crazy to think that, like, in 2000 we thought that we are gonna have flying cars in the year 2020, and now instead we got warnings not to eat fucking Tide Pods?
Sounds about right.
Andy, it's fine.
He's
It was
fine.
fine.
I don't know if you were that stupid. Just like the same person who put like Gorilla Glue on her head over the other weed.
It's
Idiot.
fine. Everything's fine.
It's fine. Fucking stupid ass. I went to school and got my education.
There was also a trailer called Secret Level from Amazon Prime. It's going to be an anthology series based on different video games that's coming out. Um, it looks amazing and it looks sick. It was going to be one of the things I was talking about in Gamescom, but it's just it's a show trailer. Like it's going to be its own new thing. Um, it's going to be based on a lot of IP we already seen before. There's a Mega Man one. They had a God of War one. Uh, what else?
Ooh. These fucking grieves don't fucking do nothing to me.
I think they're doing a cyberpunk
Hey,
one.
listen, if you want to be an extra in the Happy Gilmore movie, or in
Oh, yeah, 'cause
Jersey,
they're doing that in Jersey.
There you go. Who's going?
Yeah,
Morristown,
keep
I don't
going.
know. It might not be too far away.
Listen, my work most of the time is in fucking Jersey. I'll fucking do it. Totally forgot they were fucking doing that in Jersey.
Oh, did
I'm
you guys
excited
see
for it.
that the Megalopolis trailer?
Megalopolis.
Megalopolis.
Megalopopus.
It's a Francis Ford Coppola movie.
Megalopolis.
Yeah, no, it's super fucked.
Fucking look your puss.
Megalopolis. Yo, I want these garlic parm fucking sunflower seeds.
Dude, have
And
you
that's
tried the smack 'em ones?
forward.
No, that's the ones I want.
I've tried them, and I've also had their dill pickle ones. They're fucking phenomenal, and the best part about them is compared to like any other normal like sunflower seeds, they're not overly salty, so you don't fucking think you're gonna have a fucking high blood pressure after.
And no, I really want the garlic parm, and I want to try the churro, and they got ranch now.
Yeah, the churros. I'm not never been a big fan of churros and shit, so I wouldn't. I'm not gonna try it, but I've had nothing but great experiences with their shit. So
Yeah,
if
man,
you
y'all
like
making me
that type of
motherfucking
flavor,
hungry.
I'm
I
sure
want
you
the.
guys would like
I
them.
definitely would love the garlic parm ones because
They're
like that
good as
that
fuck,
doesn't
dude.
exist. Like you can't find like sunflower seeds like that.
I promise you, they're fucking good as fuck.
I don't doubt it.
There's a guy I work with who hates like garlic parmesan. I almost wanted to delete him, but I have to work with him. So, but I made him try them. He actually really enjoyed them. So,
Whenever I gather up some money again, I'll go buy the sample pack.
All right, so I'm going to start spitting off some topics here for us tonight, guys. We're going to start off with Pokemon, the trading card game Pocket trailer revealed with a release date confirmed and pre-ordering available now. Joe, being the
I haven't seen
Pokemon
it. I haven't
man,
seen anything
Pokemon
on it.
dude, it looks
Pokemans.
he's the Pokemans of the group. I
It's a
know
Pokemans
James
trading
likes to
card
play.
game.
Yes, so there's an like a digital version of Pokemon card collecting now. Where they're gonna
Oh,
be doing like they give you like a certain amount of packs you can open a day. Um, you can even scan some of yours. You can trade with other people. You could battle with them. You could. It's limitless. It's going to be just like the trading card game, just on your phone, just digitally, and it's super cool. Um,
yeah, that sounds dope. Actually,
it is super dope. There's actually another app that I know about that I wanted to mention to you, Joe. Um, it's called Candies, and it's basically a Pokemon card, like trading card, like tracker kind of app that you could use. I know it's on iPhone, so I know you could download it. Um,
So, my question, real quick, sorry.
yeah, yeah.
Um, with the new game that comes out, do you know if it's going to be a feature to where you can upload your own cards that you have?
Probably.
Because I feel like that would be pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, and I think that's just one of the things that they do. Like they want to include is that you can scan some of your own cards into the game, and they'll even tell you the rarity of it too, like
Yeah,
wholeheartedly.
because that would be fucking pretty dope.
Oh, Pocket World or something.
No, it's called Pokemon Trading Card or TCG Pocket. Google it
Huh.
and then look it up that way. Don't just look it up in the Play Store because it's not on Android
I
yet.
didn't look it on the Play Store. I looked it up on Google.
I was gonna say
Like the
because it's
Pokemon
not for
trading card
Android.
game.
Yeah, it's not for. That's not gonna be for. Well, I mean, no, that's. I guess it would be available
It's
now.
not Pocket because it really keeps popping up.
I mean,
Look up like gameplay reviews for it, see what it says.
Yeah, it's trading card game pocket.
hmm.
Yeah, it's not debuting until October 30th.
Oh, that's when the new Black Ops comes out, isn't it?
Because there's a video of some guy playing it at the whatever. I was gonna watch that so I could understand what the hell it is. Because I used to love the trading card game on the Game Boy.
Well, it's not like that. So it's actually gonna be like
I know it's not like
you
that, but
open the packs and everything like wholeheartedly. It's super
that's what
sick.
it looks like. You open the pack.
It reminds me the way it sounds. It reminds me like the setup of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links on your phone because I play that all the time.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it sounds similar to that.
They actually have a game that just came out. It's like a trial game that is like the trading card game. Like you can own your own store and open packs and sell individual cards, and sell binders and dice and collectibles and shit, and then have card tournaments in your store.
Well, either way, I thought that was a pretty cool thing that they're gonna introduce. I know I'm gonna be one of the people that are gonna be into it once they start it up. And it may even get me to buy some. Like I'm not one to buy any Pokemon cards. I think they're stupid, but yeah, I'm digging this whole pocket trading pocket version. Just because I mean, first of all, keeping them clean and safe is already a hassle enough for my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which is why I never take them out of the box because I feel like they would get damaged if I were to even have them out any other which way. Um, So yeah, if you guys want to check that out, like I said, it's available to pre-order or pre-install now on your devices, and it'll be ready in the fall. Next up, we have Jujutsu Kaisen is officially coming to an end in September of 2024, as now only 5 chapters are left. What do you guys think about that? I know you guys are big Jujutsu Kaisen fans, especially between Joe
So
and
the most recent
James.
chapter that came out, I'll let you know right now. They just like I'm pretty sure this is a chapter they beat Sukuna.
Mm.
It fucking dude, I can't wait.
But we gotta remember, since there's 5 chapters ending, we still have Gigi's promise from a few chapters ago of either 3 will live and 1 will die, or 1 will live and 3 will die.
Yep. So the real question is who's gonna survive is what it ultimately comes down to.
I think it's gonna be Nigami, Nobora, and Gojo, and Yuji's gonna die. I feel like it's gonna be Yuji. Self-sacrifice.
Yeah, but Gojo technically is a Kotsu,
I'm only saying what
is
I'm
it not?
saying because since Yuji and Sugino are related, uh,
True.
and in the recent chapter he says, let's end this cycle of curses. Like Yuji's also a curse; he has to go.
I mean, yeah, he literally had a fucking soup in his finger sealed inside of him when he was born.
Exactly. So it's kind of like a God given kind of see the path coming.
Yeah, like if the era of curses is gonna end, Yuji's a part of that era.
Hmm.
I mean, and it would make sense that that's how they ended in five more fucking episodes, like five more chapters. You know what I mean? It's not like Black Clover where you know fucking Asta's gonna eventually kick his ass.
Yep. It's gonna be an ending with a twist.
Well, do you
However, I
guys?
did not. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you guys think they're gonna end it like to the point where Sukuna is dead, or do you think he's?
He's gonna die.
Yeah, he's gonna die,
There's no
but
coming back.
the way they're leading up to it is it's hard to tell in my opinion. Joe probably knows more because he agrees on ahead of time, but don't spoil anything.
Spoilers.
They're making it seem like they're trying the way Yuji's domain currently is he's trying to convince Sukuna like not all of humanity is good, and he's trying to get him like a almost like a sense of self. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like Sukuna doesn't really have any fucking emotions or feelings. And so I think Yuji's trying to fucking make him feel human emotions. So that way he's a little more, I don't know, understanding, I guess you could say.
All right. Well, Jujutsu Kaisen again is ending this September. So guys, that means that the anime is gonna be sticking around for a little while longer because they're still only in their third season that hasn't been released yet. So their second season's out, and then their movies out, and I guarantee there's gonna be other movies and other spin-offs and such that are gonna come ahead of the game. So Jujutsu Kaisen as a whole is probably here to stay for a while, but the series itself, just the main series, is coming to an end. So let me know what you guys think, and yeah, anime is ending a lot lately. We have My Hero Academia ending or ended. Now we have Jujutsu Kaisen. We have Black Clover that's on the edge of being done.
Well,
Um,
yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up. Is it's crazy. Like I'm sure you've read the latest episode of My Hero. I did not expect them to fucking like. I was so hyped when they created that equipment for Midoriya to be able to still fucking be a hero.
Yeah, no, I was super excited that they, did that for him because then he could still be a hero. But then it also just felt like I don't know. I felt like he should have still been able to have his power.
Yeah, like it's kind of
Like I just feel like the whole reason that made him. I know that's not what made him, but like him being able to do those things is what gave him the ability to get that far.
exactly.
And I just feel like
Oh shit.
him being a teacher doesn't really do it justice.
And the other thing is like they started off the like very first fucking episode about how he became quote the greatest hero ever. But how can he be the greatest hero if he doesn't if he fucking took all his powers away?
Well, I mean, he still became the greatest hero. People still look at him and say, like, Deku is the guy that saved billions of people that day. You know what I mean? Like, I understand. And then, like, the only true people that know or look up to Deku are basically anybody that's in fucking UA or that has been there on the day of the whole
Yeah.
ordeal. So that's another thing that really kind of pisses me off. It's like the people that really weren't around or didn't see the news. Because I mean, no, who's watching the news at that point? Everyone was cowering away. Everyone was trying to hide.
The biggest thing though, like either way, the coolest thing is the fact that when fucking when he gets that equipment, they said that Bakugo is the one who fucking paid for it.
Well, it was everybody that did, but it,
Yeah, but it was mainly Bakugo who like headed it.
yeah, I thought that was cool though. Still, um, do you think they're gonna do? Well, they have to do that little break that they have between the fight, right? Before they go like round two,
I don't
because
know.
there's that whole like break in between, and then like that who gets like the shirt from the helpers, and then like he loses all his quirks. He's lost them all.
Yeah.
It still continues after he loses them, and he's still fighting, or he just has one left, or something like that, or he just still has the embers of
Yeah,
one for
because
all.
they talk about how he's still got the ember.
So like he can still use the
So
last of that to fight, but like
can he either use the last of that or can he pass it down like
no, I know they won't pass it down, but I'm saying they're gonna. I just hope they don't shorten it. Is my whole thing. Like that was still a whole. There's still a whole section of the story that they haven't told yet, and I'm worried because they're making this sound like it's the last little bits. Like they're just gonna end it how they did it at the end of the show when they just like gave him his one last punch and then he imploded.
yep.
That's not how that just all came about. But I didn't watch the last episode, but I heard the last one was super fire. But like, I need to see how that whole fight either ended, or even if it did end. That's another thing. I know it probably ended on a cliffhanger. So like, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. There's a lot of unanswered questions and stuff that still needs to be revealed.
All right. So with that, we also have some more great news. Andy, as he said earlier, had seen Borderlands, and I'll even tell you one more thing, buddy. I know you wasted 2 hours of your life that you will never get back. Uh, I'd say you wasted even more time going to the theater physically to add on to that time. So you literally wasted so like life to go see
Yeah,
this movie.
yeah. Well, that wasn't the plan to go see the movie.
Yeah, well, the Deadpool and Wolverine was still playing. You could have went and saw that again.
Yeah,
That's still playing.
I'm not you though. I don't go watch the same
You
movie
don't
every
have to.
single time.
Okay, I don't have to see it 600 times, but that's obviously a way better movie, and you probably would have enjoyed it a lot better.
I would have probably laughed more. Yes.
Exactly. So, Borderlands is getting its digital release only weeks after its release in the theaters. So this is why I want to feel bad for you, buddy, because it comes out next week. Next on August 30th is when this movie is coming out on digital
What? Where?
everywhere.
Yeah, but like what? Streaming.
It's not going to be streaming. It's going to be just digital, like released on video on demand, so you can purchase it.
No, well, still, you gotta pay for it then.
Okay, that's still.
Well, I didn't pay for the movie.
Still, either way, you could have watched it at home instead of spending the $20 to go see it, or whoever spent the $20, or however it was spent.
Well, the thing that I spent was gas money. That's about it.
Well, either way, the movie did start at a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it has since gone up. It is now sitting at 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, it's making moves.
I'll give it that 10%. That's about all I get. Trash.
Fucking praise.
Trash. But no, see, you can't make a movie about Borderlands that has nothing to do with Borderlands.
Huh. Guess what? They just did.
No, this is why it's so trash and why people hate it.
Probably, most likely.
Yeah,
And it's
whoever's
like,
idea it was, that go kill yourself.
I mean, like
Nah,
when
no, we're
they
not
were
gonna say
making
that.
the movie, I was excited about it. Then I heard that Jack Black was in it, and I was like, oh, that's great. That means that maybe it'll help keep it authentic because he plays the game. No,
Completely different, complete trash.
All right. Well, I will tell you this: Jack Black ain't got shit to say it on how this movie was made or how it was gonna be made.
Oh yeah, I know. But now he's playing Minecraft. He's doing a Minecraft movie.
Same situation. It's not like he's gonna have any say in what happens in that movie.
I don't know.
Unless
Maybe
he,
like
yeah, but if he's the writer or producer of it, he has fucking some say, you know.
it
Maybe.
also depends. It depends on the director. If the director wants to like take his feedback or take his.
Yeah, maybe. Again, that's still a maybe. I'm not
I mean,
saying that it won't, but
we
it's.
can bully enough people. We should have bullied them on Borderlands.
Yeah, like we
Yeah,
did
well,
fucking
it
Sonic.
all started years ago with Borderlands because that movie was done back in 2019, like done,
Can you
and they
imagine?
didn't.
Sonic would have never
No,
got up anywhere.
Yeah, we did bully them into fucking changing his
No, dude,
design.
it would. They wouldn't even have made a second one.
no, they still would have made a second one because people would have went to see the first one, even with all the garbage. They would have had enough money to make a second one. But I guarantee you that second one wouldn't have spawned the Knuckles spinoff, or it wouldn't spawn off the third one. They won't. Or they probably would have changed the design a little bit because they did that. They did tweak it a little bit in the second movie.
Yeah, slightly. I noticed that.
I am excited for that Sonic 3 trailer. I'm excited for that. Really excited for that. Next up, we have Alien Romulus finally dethroned The Merc with Mouth in the box office last weekend with an opening of $41.5 million. It is at 108 globally. The movie is still probably going up, but this past weekend, um, what was another movie that just came out that did terrible? Oh, damn. This is sad. The Crow. The Crow came out this weekend. And apparently that's gone to shit.
Well, didn't you say you were gonna go watch that?
I'm not wasting my time to go see this movie.
You were so excited about it.
I was so
Yeah, let's
excited.
reverse back to the other podcast.
I was so excited.
Go bring it up for reference real quick.
But no, I heard that there was only like maybe like a few good scenes, and then like there was one good scene like where it was all gory and bloody and violent and all
So it
good.
wasn't like the original.
It was not ever going to be like the original. You know what I mean? It was going to be its own thing, and I would like for it to be. But the things that they do and the ways that they go about it, it's just I don't know. And I heard that the chemistry between the two characters aren't as like deep as you think it is, and that you can tell like
You
they're
can
still
tell it's
like
trash.
it's not trash, but you can tell like they're it's not quite there. You know what I mean? It's there, but it's not quite there.
Not enough.
It's not enough to actually make you believe that this guy died and will do nothing to get back from death to save this girl. Yeah, no, there was no inkling
Was
with
that the
that.
one with Archer? Right? Archer's the voice.
No, I mean, yeah, but he's the guy that is playing the crow. Yeah, Bill Skarsgård. He's got the Pennywise.
Yeah, it's Archer's voice.
That's
Oh,
no, not him. Yes.
Yeah, in his brain.
Okay, you can just say Bill Skarsgård because I just said his name.
Skarsgård.
There you go.
scar my garden.
Oh, scar your guard all day, baby. So yeah, Alien Romulus is doing pretty good in the box office. We'll see how it does this weekend. Uh, who knows? We might even just see another uproar with Deadpool and Wolverine. That movie's still making some goddamn money. Um, so see how well that goes.
I
Next
mean,
up,
there was some people
uh,
that were late seeing that movie.
not even just that, but like now they're putting out trailers that is spoiler blatant. So like they're putting Gambit in the trailers, they're putting Daphne Keene in the trailers, they're putting Blade in the trailers, Electra. They're putting all these characters in the trailers, and they're like, "Oh my god, I gotta go see this movie." Fucking Blade's in this movie. Yeah, I gotta go see what the they're talking about. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're right. There are definitely some people who haven't seen this. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that have seen this movie more times than I have, and that's
I don't know. I don't know. Not like at the movie theaters, like jerking off in the fucking seat.
no, dude. I'm telling you, there's people who have seen it way more than me.
Hmm?
Like groups of people have seen this movie way more than me.
For real.
It's insane. All
Oh
right.
gosh. Oh shit.
So next up here, we have a Pacific Rim prequel series is in development at Legendary. Speaking of Legendary, there are no series details right now, but it is in development. Eric Heiser, I probably butchered the shit out of that name, but he wrote Bird Box, Arrival, but he also wrote Bloodshot and the 2016 or the 2010 reboot A Nightmare on Elm Street. So there's a little hits and little misses in there.
Oh wow.
But what do you guys think of the new Pacific Rim prequel series? It's a live action series, if what I'm assuming, what I'm hoping. I would love it for it to be live action.
I got your Pacific Rim.
I've never seen the Pacific Rim movie, so I honestly couldn't
What?
tell you.
Isn't that the one with Rihanna's in the one?
No,
I wish
that's
Rihanna was in my
Battleship,
fucking
brother.
movies.
Whatever. But
No, but Pacific Rim is super sick. You know, one of the main things is that they thought that monsters would always come from space, but yet they came from a portal that was in the Pacific Ocean. So they called it the Pacific Rim. So there's these giant kaiju monsters that come out, and they started just trampling all over the world. So then America and all the rest of the world were like, all right, we got to team together. We got to figure this shit out. So they decided to make giant robots called Jaegers. So the Jaegers were just like super giant robots, but had to be powered by multiple people. So they have two people that use it, like connect their brain or whatever. So they like call it drifting. So these two people have to connect their brains so that way they can both use the robot simultaneously in sync. Um, and yeah, so they just fight these giant kaiju, and there's this one that's like super awesome. That's dude, it's sick. It's sick. It's such a good one. The first one's really good. The second one's okay. It's not really necessary, but it's there. It exists. Personally, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like it just because the giant fucking kaiju at the end. It's sick. You gotta admit the giant kaiju fucking thing at the end is pretty fucking sick,
Oh
Josh.
hell
Um,
so Godzilla.
it's basically Godzilla on crack. It's great. But you'd like it. So yeah, they also had that animated series that was out too. I forget what that one was, but that one was rumored to be pretty good. Um, Here we go. We got some great news. Star Wars: The Acolyte was canceled after one season on Disney Plus.
I think it should have been.
Yeah, exactly. It should have been even existed. So, what do you guys think this could mean for Ahsoka season 2 and any other projects like Book of Boba Fett?
Never watched it, so wouldn't know.
That's even worse.
I haven't even watched The Mandalorian yet.
I mean, I
Okay, well
watched
that's
new
understandable
season.
then. Yeah, no, I didn't watch The Acolyte, and I think I watched Ahsoka.
I didn't watch it, so I heard that was stupid.
Yeah, I
Who
remember
pulled back
watching Ahsoka.
what's his name?
What?
Pull back what's his name to do that?
Hayden
What is that on
Christensen.
Netflix?
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they brought him back to play Anakin Skywalker, and they even had like cutbacks from like the Clone War eras and some Revenge of the Sith, and then they even had some Darth Vader moments in there, which was pretty cool. Um, that was like a very members berry episode for a lot of people that people jerked off to. But no one watched the Book of Boba Fett, or no one remembers the Book of Boba Fett, or chooses to remember the Book of Boba Fett. I personally didn't even watch that. I did try. I watched like the first 30 minutes. No, because they're all like 20 minutes each. So I watched like the first 10 minutes of the first episode, and I don't even think I finished it. So basically, the moral of the story is Star Wars TV is ass, and it's not good and not worth anyone's time. So they need to focus on their movies. But they do have their Star Wars, The Mandalorian and Grogu movie coming out next year. So here's hoping that bodes over well. But James, here's a good question for you. So, being as you have never actually seen the Mandalorian show, would you go and
Okay.
see the Mandalorian and Grogu movie in theaters, knowing nothing of the show?
Yes.
So why what makes you want to go and see this movie without seeing anything before?
Well, number one, Star Wars. Number two, I want to see Baby Yoda. That's all.
That's all. That's it.
That's it. That's it.
Oh my god, I can't wait to tell people about this. Uh,
Because then we're telling them right now.
yeah. So the Acolyte is canceled. They even stopped selling some of their merchandising online. That was like a horror deal. Um, yeah. I wonder. I really wonder what other projects that they're canceling. I think the Book of Boba Fett is done. I think they're gonna do Ahsoka season 2. I feel like they have to. Just because she's a main pivotal character in just the series as a whole, and she is not on like in our galaxy at the moment, and that would be stupid bad to like not have her back, especially if they have enough. Like if they were to have this man, well, they are making the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, but if that movie does so well, which I don't think it will. But if it does so well to the point that they need to make a sequel movie instead of a sequel like series or whatever, I know that they did say at one point they were going to have a movie that culminated all of um the series. So like a movie that would finalize everything. So being that Ahsoka is not again in our galaxy or in their galaxy, they're going to need to have another season where they're trying to figure out how to bring her back. So I know that's got to happen. I know they're making their Andor season 2, which apparently is supposed to be bonkers nuts. It's supposed to take a span over like a few years or something like that, but they're going like over the course of like the 10 episodes I think there is. It spans over 4 years, and I think that's pretty insane. Um, what other Star Wars projects did they have? They're not even really talking. They have the Skeleton Crew. Did you guys see the trailer for that yet?
I have not.
Uh, it's more of a Goonies esque type show. So
Well,
like
well, it already sounds dank because The Goonies is one of my favorite movies ever.
Hey, you guys.
definitely doesn't have any of those. But yeah, no, it definitely was like a
If
Goonie
they don't
esque.
have a retard in it, then it's not The Goonies.
No, wait a minute.
Wait a second. Cancel.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get canceled, but that's okay. I'm canceled, fucking banned on everything.
Ain't that the truth?
Just want to send micro penises to your friends. That's it.
I'll send them low key.
Don't
All
tell
right,
anyone
so let's
though.
hope that Star Wars kicks their shit into gear. I really hope that the Mandalorian Grogu movie is and does well because John Favreau is directing it too, and he's been doing pretty good for himself lately. He hasn't really missed anything for me. But I do hope that they also get their just shit together. I mean, obviously, Star Wars hasn't been Star Wars since even the sequel trilogies have been a miss. But like, they still weren't. We still weren't getting anything since then. So let's hope for the best. What happens next with that? Next up here, Joe. I know I haven't been playing it, but Overwatch 2 started a new season, along with adding the new character Juno this past Tuesday. Have you been playing it at all, Joe?
Been too busy with work that I haven't really had time to play video games.
Yeah, same. I have just well, not even just that. With the new season of Fortnite, I was also trying to finish my Rocket Pass on Rocket League. I have not had time to play Overwatch. Plus, I only really like playing Overwatch with you because you fill out the other role and it helps deal with idiots a lot better. Um, I'm excited to jump back in though eventually some point this weekend. Uh, and try out more of Juno. I know they probably balanced her out a little bit more since she was back in beta. Unless they just were like fuck it, she's great, which I highly doubt. Uh, so yeah, that's something that's to look forward to. Is anybody else? Well, I know Josh, you don't play, but Andy, have you played Overwatch 2 recently or any time at all recently?
Nah, I'm playing well.
James, have you played at all recently?
Overwatch? No.
Hmm. Well, I guess we got to get
Shit,
back
I've been
on that
trying to get into
Overwatch
it,
binge,
you know,
bro.
but even like what Joe said, I've been so busy with these classes and work that I really haven't had time to be on much.
Yeah, we haven't been really. Well, we have been Twitch streaming here and there, but even so, uh, not all of us together have been on at the same time either. We all really actually have busy lives, the world doesn't stop turning just for us to play video games. So we always try to stream and when we can and meet up when we can and do this and that when we can. So this is as good as it's gonna get. So with that, next up we have the Spider-Verse creators, Lord and Miller, left Sony Television. Uh, Sony tapped the two, hoping they would set up the TV universe. The reports say they were unsatisfied with only getting one show, and that's Spider-Man Noir. They clashed over budgets and this and that. Sony had spotty success with their Spider-Verse, with Venom being well received, but Morbius and Madam Web falling flat as well. Oh, excuse me. But as well as the very in deep development, but now canceled Silk series. So Sony has obviously had some very shitty history with the Spider Verse, and it's sad to say that it just keeps getting worse. That they're losing probably one of the, or well, two of the best creators of the Spider Verse in itself. Considering the fact that they not created this character, but they're basing him off of the character from the movie. So it's like, yeah, they kind of did create this version of Spider-Man Noir. And now that they're not going to be attached to it, do you guys think that this is still going to be a good thing moving forward, or what do you guys think?
The Hunter?
Well, yeah, we have Craven the Hunter coming up, but we haven't seen anything of that yet besides the trailers, which we're still pretty excited for.
I'm excited for it.
But yeah, I mean, Lord and Miller are are practically gone from the TV side of things. They're still apparently working with the entertainment of the movies, so that's still good. So they're going to be doing obviously the Beyond the Spider Verse, but if and when Beyond comes out and it's done, do you guys think that they're actually going to continue working for Sony? Period. Do you guys think they could actually leave?
Um, I honestly couldn't tell you, Cody.
Hmm. Well, that'd be a terrible, terrible day indeed, because then that would just leave them with nothing to do with the Spider Verse left, and that could honestly put the Spider Verse in a whole nother ballpark at one point. Maybe not Marvel, but something,
Look, as
something or
long as
other.
they stop fucking switching Spider-Man every fucking 3 years.
Well, I mean, they haven't switched to Spider Man yet since Tom Holland, and he's been Spider Man for a few years now.
I know, but I'm just saying, stick with them.
Stick with him. Well,
Either
they're gonna
stick
stick
with
with them.
them or fucking, because I fucking thought it was phenomenal, honestly.
I thought you were phenomenal.
Dude, don't talk to me that way. You know how much I'll spill out.
Spill out all over me. Next up we have
No lady would like that.
Gamescom 2024 announcements, ladies and gentlemen. There were a lot of crazy announcements this year at Gamescom, and I'll tell you what, there was just some that literally just blew me the fuck away. I'm gonna go through the list, and then we can talk about which ones we were all excited about or talk about in its individuals. First and foremost, I'm going to start off with this Borderlands 4 reveal teaser. That was pretty sick. I was glad to see an announcement for that. We have Dying Light the Beast. We have Civilization number 7. They released announced the release date for that. We have Indiana Jones and the Great Circle release date, and they also announced it for the PS5. We have Marvel's Rivals. That's gonna be a fucking tongue twister. Release date, and they also announced that Captain America and Bucky are being added to the roster as well when that game comes out. Amazon Prime Video also, like I had said earlier for the trailer segment of the podcast, Secret Levels was an anthology series of 15 different video game stories that they're going to be telling. Some of them were like Mega Man, God of War, Dungeons and Dragons, and so on and so forth. They're going to be super awesome, and I think it's going to be something really cool. Mafia, the old country reveal. Masters of Albion first look. They did a Dune Awakening gameplay reveal. They did a Batman Arkham Shadow VR trailer. They had another Monster Hunter Wilds trailer. They had a Lost Records, Bloom, and Rage gameplay trailer. They also had a Call of Duty Black Ops 6 campaign trailer. And they also had a Goat Simulator Remastered trailer. So, guys, out of that list, what are you guys excited for, and what caught you guys the most?
Goat Simulator.
Borderlands 4, right there. Boom.
Borderlands 4, yep. Josh?
Is he even still there? I haven't
He
heard
should
him
be.
talk.
He did. I think he just muted himself. Andy, did you hear anything in that list there, bud? Borderlands 4. Oh, damn. Borderlands 4 all the way.
You know, if you guys ever have issues with Josh not letting anybody else talk, just do it like this.
No, that's terrible. Mine was Marvel's Rivals. That was pretty exciting. Especially with the Captain America and the Bucky Barnes reveal. And then they also announced their release date, and it's coming out in December. So I'm excited about that. Got two more bits of news here before we call it a night. The Naruto screenwriter praises Destin Daniel Cretton, who is the director of the movie, after finishing the script. Tasha Huyo, I probably butchered the shit out of that as usual. But they recently spoke with Entertainment Weekly promoting her work on the new Tomb Raider series that also is getting, a lot of positive feedback. She had mentioned that Cretton's vision for Naruto is, quote, very personal and relatable. There's still no confirmed dates from Lionsgate, but the process to bring the movie to life is moving full speed. So, what do you guys think of the praise that the Naruto script at least is getting? And do you guys think this movie is going to keep moving forward? And what do you guys think? Naruto, man, live action in theaters. It's crazy.
Trash.
Naruto, yeah, they did really good with One Piece, but I feel like not every anime is meant to be fucking live action. And I think Naruto's just one of those ones that shouldn't be.
No, I could completely understand that. one of the things that is definitely going to be hard to translate would have to be the fact that a lot of the things that they do are I understand they're ninjas, but that these are impossible human things. Like you're gonna have to severely suspend your disbelief in a movie like this, and then to also understand that they're not gonna belittle, but they're gonna what's the word? Fuck me.
Shit.
No, they're gonna water down. I guess you could say that's a good way to put it. They're gonna water down the effects of like the fighting and stuff like that. But like it's also Destin Daniel Cretton, who also directed the Shang-Chi movies. So like I know the fight choreography is gonna be on point, but it worries me because it's just like Joe, help me out here. The fighting in Naruto is pretty weird and insane.
I think it's gonna be trash because most live action movies are trash.
Well, there's only been a handful of live action animes.
And the
What
only one that
They're
has
all
been
trash.
successful is One Piece.
I
When
wouldn't
they
even
did
say it's successful because they've only just gotten one season. They only have
okay, but
one
yet
season of the show.
that one season has still been pretty damn good compared to they tried doing a live action Dragon Ball Z and it made everybody fucking
Okay, but there's
almost
been other anime
how bad it
live
was.
action other live action anime adaptations after that. You had Ghost in the
Yes,
Shell with Scarlett Johansson. That was
yes,
fucking terrible, but it happened.
but you said there's other animes. Do you hear anybody talking about them?
No, so we have
Ghost
the
in the Shell
Attack
though.
on Titan. Uh, we have the Knights of the Zodiac that just came
Ghost in
out.
the Shell.
Ghost. I said that.
Oh,
Oh, we had the Alita Battlestar. That was a whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of the Full Metal Alchemist. I
live
fucking
action.
forgot about those on Netflix too.
They weren't even good.
None of them were good. That's what I'm saying. They've made plenty and plenty of anime live action movies since Dragon Ball Evolution. That was in 2009, mind you. And we're still making terrible live action. It's the only one that's done any good justice is One Piece, and that's because they're sticking more to like they're taking
They're sticking more to the anime.
not even just that, but they're taking the necessities to alternate the story that fits the means to an end. So like they did change a few things in the show that were different from the anime, which ultimately made it better. But that's because it was a live action show, and I feel like that live act it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked.
Right.
So I do hope I hope to God this Naruto is great. I really do. But
I,
like,
I don't think they should.
well, it's not about what you want. It's about what the people want. And people want to make money.
Cody.
Well,
I
then
hate to break it to you,
let's
Cody.
create a
You're not the
fucking.
people.
I'm not the people either.
Good government.
I don't want this either. I
This-
true.
the government-
Fucking Death Note. Do you guys remember that Death Note? Fucking Death Note.
It's what the
Fucking
government
Death Note.
does.
And the Cowboy Bebop. That was even an atrocity in itself. We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno.
I'm gonna watch that
Mm-mm-mm.
tonight.
Well, anyway, speaking of Netflix's One Piece, though, they have easily been one of the like again, we praise it though. It's one of the best animes they've ever made in the live action in a decent amount of time. And I really hope that they stick the landing with this next season. But they did start production earlier this year. In the past few days, they've announced that some of the much anticipated castings. Uh, so a few days ago, they were like, "Hey, we started production. We're gonna start telling you guys who's casted as who now." And everyone wants to know who's who. So one of the other things is that they even announced the timeline for season 2. So like which arcs are going to take place throughout the season. Uh, so I have the list here, and the new season will be tackling Luge Town, Reverse Mountain, Whiskey Peak, Little Garden, and Drum Islands. So out of those 5, it's gonna be pretty condensed. I feel like there's a couple things that they definitely will have to shorten or twist. Um, the one thing I feel like would take a really long time is uh, what was it? The Little Garden. I feel like that one would take a little bit of time, but I feel like they're gonna rush through that. Um, Luge Town, being a big thing, obviously. Reverse Mountain, and Drum Island. Those are all pretty big things. Uh, they also casted a bunch of different of the characters. I'm gonna list them all off here for you guys. First off, we have Daniel Lesker as Mr. Nine, Camarus Johnson as Mr. Five, Jazar Jaslin as Miss Valentine, David Dasmalkian as Mr. Three, Clive Russell as Crocus, Warner Coaster, I'm probably butchered the shit out of that, as Dory, Brendan Murray as Broggy, Callum Kerr as Smoker, which I'm excited for, Julia Rewald as Tashigi, Rob Coletti as Wapole, I fucking butchered that too, and Ty Keogh as Dalton. There was a few. There's a few other casting announcements that were pretty important. So they casted Charitha Chandran. She was in Bridgerton and apparently really good in it, but she's cast as Vivi. They also casted Sendhil Ramathuri as Cobra. They casted Katie Segal as Segal from what's that show? Married with Children. As Dr. Correa. Oh yeah, Correa. I'm an idiot. And Mark Herlick as Dr. Hirlock. And yeah, so the cast is looking like it's getting pretty big. There's no casting news for Chopper as of yet, but I expect that they will be announcing who is going to be voicing him fairly soon. So what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for the new season of One Piece?
Fuck yeah. That's rude.
That's it? Just fuck yeah?
I'm excited for it. I don't mind it. That one's at least relatively close to it.
Yeah, like I'll be honest. At first, I was very hesitant when it came out,
Mm-hmm.
but then I watched it and thoroughly enjoyed it.
Hmm. Well, I'm excited for the new season to be coming out, and I personally cannot wait. They they sold me after I think everybody finally got together. Once the Straw Hats were finally a crew, or at least just together as a whole. Because I wasn't buying Zoro at first, and Zoro's my dude. I love him, but I don't think that he wasn't full Zoro because he didn't have his other teammates to make him go full Zoro. Like there wasn't that banter between him and Sanji. And then I know him and Luffy were always acting goofy, but he wasn't as goofy as at the start of the relationship or whatever. So then, like, and then you have Usopp who brings, a little bit more lightheartedness into it, and then, Nami makes, things go a little bit of a ride too. So I think just once everybody was together, it clicked for me. I melted. I melted a little bit. It was good. Uh, some other quick news here for us before we sign off for the night. James Spader, who voiced Ultron back in Avengers: Age of Ultron, is actually bringing back Ultron. So Marvel's bringing back Ultron, the villain, in the new Vision Quest series, which is a Disney Plus spinoff of WandaVision, when the White Vision shot into butt fuck Egypt and disappeared. So it'll be really cool that we get to see Ultron again. I wonder to what aspect. I hope it's going to be a whole thing with his character. I'm super excited to see where that goes. Let me ask you guys this: would you guys want to see a Gambit movie with Channing Tatum as Gambit?
I thought they
Yes.
were already making one.
No, they're not.
Would I like to see it? Yes, I would.
I already thought they were making one, so at this point, yeah.
No, they're not making one at this very moment. But it's still like a lot of people would like dude's old now. That's like my whole thing. Like he might just be a little too old to play it now. You know what I mean? And I feel like the version that we got in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie was the jokey version. You know what I mean? He was the knockoff funny version that we would have gotten. But like obviously I don't think that's how he would have been betrayed in his Gambit movie. You know what I mean? Like he wouldn't have sounded like that the entire movie. You know what I mean? Like could you have really listened to that the entire movie?
Yes.
Probably.
No. No, you wouldn't.
Honestly, yeah.
I would laugh the entire time.
Hmm. Yeah, apparently that the last episode of My Hero Academia is getting a hell of praise though. It's I heard that final sequence is really fucking good. Oh, and did you guys hear about Anaconda being rebooted, and it might have Paul Rudd and Jack Black in talks to do the movie, which I think is pretty cool.
Excuse me. You said Anaconda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Anaconda, the snake
Yeah, I
movie.
kind of don't want now unless you got.
Don't
Yeah,
think I've ever seen it.
yeah, it had Ice Cube and Jennifer Lopez in it. Owen Wilson's
Oh
in
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
know what you're
yeah.
talking about now.
They're remaking that, and then apparently Jack Black and Paul Rudd are going to be in it too.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was like a rumor that it was going to be like these two, like apparently Anaconda was a movie in this movie, and they want to relive and reshoot the movie, Paul Rudd and Jack Black's characters,
Don't.
and they go to this place, and lo and behold, they find the snake. And so like then it's like a horror comedy, like the original one was. So it'll be something like that, but it'll be still fucking weird.
Oh, son.
I'll touch your buns if you want.
If you can touch more than my buns, you
I
can do more than just touch them.
want all your buns.
Oh, I'm saying.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that is all the news that I have for you guys. Do you guys have anything else you guys want to mention, or any other feedback for the rest
Sydney
of the night?
Sweeney possibly playing Black Cat in the next
I
Spider-Man movie.
want, I want, I want, I
Dude,
need, I need, I
I
need.
want to fucking poke a hole in a condom.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Pause. Run it back. Cause facts.
Also, did you guys notice though? She also what is it? Fucking targeted apparently, and I can't think.
I mean, that's all the time,
Uh,
baby.
She she's the new director for Hey Dude.
Hey, dude.
The Hey Dudes, the shoes.
Oh yeah. Hey.
She's the new director.
Like director.
I will read to you what I was saying.
You's wrong.
Yes, she's the director. It says meet our new director of Hey Dude.
Hey, dude.
And then the email says, "Hey dude, it's Sydney screaming," and then it's her sitting on a chair instead of my face.
Yeah, you know what she should be saying.
Oh yeah, I have it nice and clean for her. Might be a little dry, but
That's fine.
she can definitely moisten it up.
That's fine.
I got a nose like Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
Lie to me so it goes farther in my ass.
Swear to me. Swear to me.
Right in my ears.
I'll read your asshole.
I got a Jew nose for a reason.
Wait a minute.
Same.
Ah,
So I can
guys.
just
I want to
do
know
a little
why I can't pre-order Deadpool Wolverine right now.
scratching.
Scratch your snake.
Can I? I'll scratch and sniff.
Scratch and sniff my snake.
Yes. Yes, please.
That I would scratch and sniff her any day, all day.
Wait a minute.
6 times 7 days.
All day or day. Alright, you lamos.
Momo's not here, is
I don't know. But,
Nope. You guys have been for like ever.
it's alright. It's okay.
Well, I said
He
if
was
he
here
ever
a little
comes,
bit ago, though. Like,
that's why I was saying if you
crazy.
want to have a chance to talk without him taking over the podcast, just do it over Xbox.
Here you go. Well, I guess, guys, and on that note, as we sign off, I want to start by saying thank you for taking your time to listen to our nonsense. And if you like what you hear, make sure to like the video. And if you find yourself coming back, often subscribe and ring the bell so you know when we upload the next episode. We also have Twitch accounts, which are linked in the bio for more of our crazy antics for you to enjoy. And with that, as always, we have Joe.
We have Josh, who's not here.
I
Hey
would have said
Joe,
Josh,
say
but then
shit.
Joe didn't say shit
Oh,
either. We have
I'm
Joe.
saying,
and we have
oh,
James.
We have Andy.
Hello.
And we have our special guest of the evening, James.
cheese.
And of course, as always, we have Josh, as sadly as he is not with us at the moment. But thank you, and I'm Cody. Thank you guys so much. We hope you guys enjoyed the fresh look of content, and we'll see you guys next time.